Hello, and thank you for tuning in to this special live stream that highlights the 2023 winter release of Beam Music App. My name is Josh Gall, and I'm one of the co-founders of Beam and Ultimate Drill Book, and I'm thrilled to be joined today by our good friend and our Director of Product Management, Mr. Stuart Schulman. Everything that we're going to share with you today represents the culmination of months of hard work by our incredible team, but also represents the requests from tens of thousands of users from around the world that will help make Beam Music even stronger for their use in and outside of the music classroom. Everything that you're going to see today is live now on the iOS and Android app stores, and we're thrilled to dive in right away. So we'll first start with the ability for users to duplicate a song inside of a set list.
Yeah, so once you open up Beam Music, you'll be taken to the All Songs menu. If you can tab over on the top here to Set Lists, you can open up any of the set lists that you have. I'm going to get into the wind ensemble practice for this week that I've created. Just tap on that, and you're into the set list. And like Josh said, you now have the ability to duplicate one of these songs in the set list. So say I really needed my students to practice this first song here, Orange and White, at the beginning of their practice session and at the end, just to make sure that we're getting double practice time on it. I can click on the three dots on the song I want to duplicate, navigate down here and tap on Duplicate Song in Set List. The pop-up here is going to ask if I want to reorder my set list. It's going to drop it at the very bottom as a default. If I click yes, I now get my navigation handles here, and I can drag and move this into the middle. But let's just say I want to keep it at the bottom. So now we can drag it right there, and I now have it at the top and the bottom. Select done, and I've now duplicated a song in the set list. And I'll let Josh talk about some of the other use cases that we can have for this.
So you can imagine that this is helpful not only within sort of a practice schedule like you see here, but also if you have, for example, a series of traditional music where maybe you play the same song multiple times throughout that. Prior to this update, you had to sort of go back and forth between those songs. Now you can just sort of continue to tap next, and it's going to take you through those songs, including that song that you've now duplicated. This can also be helpful, say, for example, in maybe a jazz concert where you're going to use a tune that was played earlier as an encore now, right? So the ability to duplicate a song inside of a set list is a massive update, and we're thrilled to release and announce that today. Staying within set lists and collections is now the ability for all users, not only directors and staff members, but all users to quickly navigate throughout the collection or the set list. And they can do that now two brand new ways. So I'll let Stuart show us that now.
Yeah, so either a simple user or a director can enter a set list or a collection. I'm already in this practice one, so I'm gonna open up this song here, War and Peace. If I tap on the music anywhere, I get my edit bar, and then at the bottom now you can see I now have the toggles to go forward and backward to the next song and the previous song. I'm gonna get rid of the banner here so we can see the whole bottom of the screen. So I can click back to the previous song, immediately move to it, go back to the first song or the next song, go forward and keep moving through the entire set list or collection now. This ability in the past was only available to the director and only in an active live mode. They were the only ones that could trigger a song change. Now the students, when they're practicing or when you're running rehearsal and you don't want to actually run a live mode, everyone has the ability to toggle back and forth. And not only toggle back and forth between next and previous, but at the very top right now, you can see we have the burger menu incorporated into the collection and the set list. If I tap on that, I get the full list of all the songs that are available in the set list or the collection and can quickly navigate and skip a few songs. If I needed to go right to the end, I can go right directly to Orange and White and go right to the end.
Yeah, so as you can imagine, this is super helpful, not only for those of you who are rehearsing using the incredible live mode functionality, but if you're rehearsing not using the live mode, the students still have the ability to stay within that collection or that set list. Just a quick one-tap navigation allows for them to still stay in sync with you. So we're thrilled to announce that. Now, the last big feature inside of collections and set lists is the ability to start live modes and then stay within that collection or set list that you've organized. So we'll take a look at that now.
Yeah, so as we've demonstrated, I'm already in a set list here. So I can come to the blue Beam button, click on that, tap on live mode, and I can create a live mode session now. And you can see that nothing has changed here except the Beam button being red. So I'm already in this set list, and I can quickly navigate to the previous song or the next song by either my toggles here or again the burger menu. In the past, if you were already in a set list and you started a live mode, it only opened up the individual song. You'd have to exit the set list and then re-enter it. We've corrected that, and now you can start it right away immediately.
Yeah, so really, really exciting. And again, for any user that has smart access or for directors, this is now sort of a game changer for you to be able to stay within that collection or set list that you've already organized to that point. Now, this last new feature that we're going to share with you right now, you've actually been looking at this entire time. And what's really, really exciting about this is it now represents the opportunity for millions of users around the world to not only use Beam on their mobile devices, but also use it on their desktop. So Stuart's going to talk a little bit about now how Beam is supported on both Apple Silicon Macs and on Chromebooks.
Yeah, very exciting. So, like Josh said, I've been demoing this whole time on my Mac. So this is Beam for Mac, and we also have it for Chromebook as well. But really exciting. So I'm going to go ahead and end this live mode and get back to my main screen here. And you can see this interface is exactly the same version that you see on an Android tablet, on an iPad, on any mobile device. It's the exact same interface. But what's really exciting here is on the computer screens now, we can change our view into portrait orientation. So we can see in these large portrait scores that have top to bottom full winds and percussion. We have access to this now, and it's going to look great on the screen. It can fill up your entire screen, especially if you have a monitor that is in portrait orientation. We can use our touchpad or our track bar. We can zoom in. Resolution is going to be phenomenal still. We can make really fine touch annotations on the screen, either global or individual annotations. We can just slide the mouse across. We can click and drag to change pages, or we can use the touch area and just click and navigate quickly between pages. So again, we got the portrait and the landscape view available on the Chromebook and the M Series Max.
Yeah, so for those of you who are already Beam users, you understand how transformative this new feature is, right? Not only for organizing your collections and your set lists and your library, but also now you can import and edit and organize things to start with on the Mac or on a Chromebook, which is going to make the process of importing exponentially faster. So we're excited about that. And we're thrilled to, again, announce that all of these features are available today, right? And again, these can be downloaded on the now Mac, iOS, or Google Play App Store. And Stuart will show you how you can download this now on the desktop.
Yeah, so just head over to the App Store for either Google Play or Apple. Search for Beam Music in the search bar. If you're on the Apple Mac Store, make sure that you search for iPhone and iPad apps, and you'll see Beam Music come right there. Also, you can now download UDB app for your M series computer as well.
Yeah, so again, this represents an incredible opportunity for users around the world. Regardless of where they are, their Beam Music library is there, right? So again, special thanks to not only our team of incredible developers and to Stuart, but also to all of you who have shared these requests with us to make Beam Music the best sheet music app available or anywhere in the world. So we're going to stick around here and answer a couple of questions after this live stream. But also, please know that you can reach us and find out more about the Beam app and our Beam app knowledge base at help.beamapp.live. And then stay tuned for lots of other incredible developments for what the future of Beam app and sheet music around the world will look like. Thank you again for tuning in.
All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that live stream demo. We're really excited to finally have all of these live for you, especially the M Series Mac use for Beam and also for the Chromebooks. We know that that's been a big ask from the community for a few years now. And so we're just so excited to finally have that live for you and excited for you to get it on your computers and start using it with your students as well. If you have any questions, please feel free, drop them in the comments here, either on the YouTube page or the Facebook pages that we have going. We're broadcasting to all those right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go through a few other things, just highlighting some of the ease that you can now have, especially with importing music from the desktop computer. A few little tricks and tips for you, and hopefully, if we have any questions, I can answer those along the way. So I'm going to set up sharing here with the Beam app on the computer, which is so easy to do now. So here we are. And so we're going to go and import a new song. So I'm going to create it here. All right, so we've got that created. We'll come over here. Again, this point and click environment is just awesome now. So I'm going to import files. So as many of you know, we have Dropbox and the Google Drive integration, but local storage is really where the power is, especially on the desktop. Now, if you have an Android device, iPad, iPhone, the local storage, if you have Google Drive linked and Dropbox linked to your phone, as in the apps are on your devices, you can access Google Drive and Dropbox through the local storage. It is an option. And that is the same also on your desktop. So when you go into the local storage, you're going to see all of those options. So I'm just going to click on the local storage here, and you can see that I have access to all of everything that was associated with my desktop. I have my desktop, my documents, downloads, anything that's there. I've also got it linked to my iCloud, and I've got my Dropbox right here as well. My Google Drive is associated with it, and I just need to go into a different folder to find that. So I can just now click the first file, highlight everything, immediately go open, and it's going to import all of those files into that newly created song. And since I imported quite a few files, it may take a second, but you can see they're all here. All right. And just a quick reminder, if it's red here while you're in the import area, that means it just hasn't been assigned yet. So all I need to do now is just click on the assign area, and I can get the preview of the part. I can press my left and right toggles here to go through the pages of the parts, or I can drag, if I have the touch screen here on my trackpad, I can just slide in between the parts. And again, this point and click environment is just amazing. So I can come in here to assign the part. Again, if you've been wondering what these stars are, so I'll go into like the brass here. If you star and click this and make the star filled into the blue now, it's going to save this instrument into your saved folder. And so you can have quick reference here as to all the instruments that you use frequently. So that's what that star is. So I've got the piccolo part here. I would just click on piccolo. I click accept. I'd select the part number. No part number is associated with this. And so bam, just tap assign and you're done. You can come down here, tab over to the next part. It's flute 1. So I click on my instrument again. I've got flute saved. Click on flute, click accept. 1, assign, you're done. You tab over, it's a flute again. Click 2, assign, and you're done. So the assigning of music now is just even faster on the desktop. So we're really excited about that. Once you've assigned all the parts that you do want to assign, you would just tap done. It would save and create those parts. It would take you back to the home screen. And now I can see that I have luminosities right here. If I click anywhere on there, it's going to bring me into the parts selector. Again, I have the option now. This was an update that we did back in the spring. You can download all parts right here. So if I click on that, it's going to download all the parts. If I do need to remove one of these parts from my download or my cache on my device, just click the green file here. It's going to remove it. It's going to ask you if you want to remove that part or all the parts for the song. So I can just remove that one part if I do so want to. Click on that, and you can open up any of those parts. One other thing I want to show you, part of the import area. A lot of you will import songs and parts, and you'll want to immediately start annotating. And that ability is available to you in the assign window. So you've got the imported files, you've got the assign, you've got the parse, and you've got the annotate. You can click right there on annotate, and right away just start annotating all the different parts for this song. So if I need to go in and make any bowings or breath marks or fingerings or just make any brackets for, all right, this week we're practicing measure 7 through 17. I can just come in here. I can pick my tool, pick the thickness of the pen. If I wanted to highlight something, I just change that opacity down. And if I wanted to bracket 7 to 17, I could put those in. Boom, it's done. I can even write a date. So this is 12/14. So now my students know, hey, we're practicing that this week. There it is. I would just press done and it's going to save it. And I can even just tab over to the next part and start annotating on the flute one part and go through the whole series of parts there, make all the annotations I need instead of going to change part and selecting the new one, change part and selecting the new one. So lots of awesome things that are available in there now. Again, all of these abilities and all these features are available on the tablets, on the mobile devices, but a little bit easier to use now on the desktop. And if you're on the Chromebooks, a lot of the Chromebooks have the screen is a touchpad as well. So you can use a pen or a pencil that works with the touch screen. So you can have the computer version still on that Chromebook with the larger screen and go to town. I've got a couple here that I've been playing with for the last couple of weeks as well. So lots of really great stuff. Just taking a look here, just lots of comments of saying that they're excited to use it and been using it all fall. It's awesome. We're really excited for you. Chad, that information is going to be released here in the next week or two. So just keep an eye out. We'll be doing a release about that in terms of the price structure for the fall as well. But again, everyone, this is free for anybody, any ensemble, any individual to use through the end of June. So if you haven't jumped on the bandwagon, on the Beam bandwagon yet, please jump on there. We'd love to get it in your hands and get any more feedback. We're continuously developing. We're already working on the next version that we'll be releasing hopefully in the next few months. And we're constantly building towards that next school year as well. So yeah, if you do have any questions, again, we'd love to hear from you. Send us an email. You can email me directly, Stuart, STUART at ultimatedrillbook.com. You can find us on the Facebook user page. If you haven't joined the Beam user group, search for that in Facebook. So we have the Beam user group as well as the UDB user group, but we're active on all the socials. We've got the YouTube page. We've got the website. So please contact us. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear what suggestions you have. We're going to be sending out an email to all of our UDB users and Beam users about a new way that we're going to start communicating and interacting as well in terms of what features you would like to see in the app in the future. So be on the lookout for a special email there to ask for more suggestions and more information. So thank you so much for joining us. We're so happy that you're a part of the UDB and Beam family, and we can't wait for what is next. Thanks so much, everybody.